What's up, folks? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about UMA. UMA. This oracle is got a hell of the oracles out there at the moment, maybe the strongest in terms of overall long-term potential. Huge backers, already integrated with multiple projects. So I'm going to talk about that in a second. Before I do, update the spreadsheet now. These are the first 26 coins I spoke about on the channel. If you had invested $100 into them when I released videos and cashed out at the top of the market, you would have been in profit for $123,000. If you were still holding that crypto, however, you'd be in profit for around 8.5K. So, difference between a bear and a bull, folks. Difference between a bear and a bull. Listen, but if you want to see the coins that I'm buying up at the moment, come to my site, copymycrypto.com is where I share everything I'm doing. Right now, I've been buying up a few coins. I'm going to continue sort of like dollar cost averaging into the cryptos that I think can do 20x's, 40x's, 50x's, 100x's. So if you want to see the coins that I think can make those massive gains that can change your life, then come check it out. The link, guys, is in the description. So UMA, market cap 176 mil. UMA is what's happened there? So first of all, UMA is an oracle, an optimistic oracle. It's part of Coinbase Ventures portfolio, Placeholders Ventures, Blockchain Capital, and Dragonfly Capital. So big backers. UMA was founded by Hart Lambert and Alison Liu, who both met on the Goldman Sachs trading floor. Prior to UMA and Risk Labs, Lambert worked as a research assistant at Columbia and as a government bond trader at Goldman Sachs. Alison Liu worked as a vice president at Goldman Sachs. Now, the whole concept behind UMA, which stands for Universal Market Access, is developing a protocol for the creation of synthetic assets and financial contracts on the blockchain. Now, I'm a big fan of the synthetic assets. I think that's a really innovative way to get a lot of people to be able to invest in the stock market without that barrier to entry that so many of us have. Now, UMA right now, UMA's contracts are based on Ethereum's blockchain, and the accessibility is especially important for the developing countries around the world, where financial institutions are frequently far from maturity, forcing local market participants into relative isolation. And that's the beauty of these synthetic assets. If you can get them up and running, pin them to the stocks, as it were, really strong. Now, UMA is an optimistic oracle. So they've got decentralized participation. Now, that's key for me. An oracle should be decentralized. There should not be a centralization issue with an oracle. I think that's where you see a singular point of failure, and that's where you start seeing things go wrong. Contracts secured by UMA have economic guarantees equal to the value of the entire UMA ecosystem. When you're looking at the actual projects built upon UMA, it's pretty damn staggering. There's already obviously a ton of DeFi projects that are using this because DeFi require oracles. In terms of total value locked, about 90.73 million, which is not bad. It's about half of the overall market cap at this moment in time. But even now, we're in a bear cycle, so that bodes well. As you can see, they've got synthetic assets for ETH dominance, Bitcoin dominance, and USDT dominance up and running. They've also got success tokens for Fox, Perp, and Sushi. They've got range tokens as well for Sushi's bond. And they've even got KPI options. So they're already well positioned, like really legitimately well positioned. And then they've obviously got the integrations within a number of the different DeFis, like Sherlock, Polymarket, etc. Now, UMA are actually still hiring people. Now, that to me is a really good, strong sign of what's to come. fundamentally in a bear cycle, we do see layoffs a lot. We've seen it recently with Coinbase or with some of the exchanges. And whilst we're seeing a lot of crypto projects that will do layoffs, when you're seeing ones that are hiring whilst we're in a bear cycle where everything has dropped in price, that bodes so goddamn well, because fundamentally what it suggests is they're continuing to build, they're continuing to grow. This is long term. And the fact that it is a fully decentralized Oracle makes me bullish. They've also got the traditional options, stuff like call and put options, which is basically, shorting and longing a particular asset. They've got no liquidation synths as well. Like I said, the success, I spoke about the success tokens earlier, and incentive tokens. This is just a really goddamn strong project. It's going to be the Web3 Oracle, and their goal is to effectively be the Oracle that all these projects come to, and they are growing. They continue to grow. UMA has, was it 45%? Can't remember. 66%. 66% of their overall supply out, which is not bad. I always prefer it being closer to the top of the max supply, because then there's less probability of a crypto being dumped on the market. But overall, that's really not too bad at all. 66%, I'd be fine with that. Now UMA are continuing to update on a regular basis within their Medium as well, so you can see what they're looking at. So, recent article about 3 ideas to bring your builds into focus with UMA. So they are really trying to broaden this ecosystem, and that's something to watch, is the growth of it over the course of this bear cycle, because growth and development is key. If they are growing, if they are developing, they are going to have success. And right now, it's got a market cap of 180 odd million. And the probability is that this will be a $1 billion minimum of a $1 billion project once again. Because at one point it was at like $32 a piece, guys. $32 a piece. Now it's a measly $2.61. So this long term, even just to achieve those previous highs, you look at it as 15x effectively from where it is right now. It's pretty bloody good for an Oracle project that's already got huge backing. It's got good links to companies like Goldman Sachs. So while I'm not a fan of the banking institutions in general, it bodes bloody well, because fundamentally long term, when they start utilizing oracles, which they will, UMA will probably be the top of their list. So I'm really intrigued to see how this develops. But if their ecosystem continues to grow like they're doing, this has got a shot of a top 20 coin. Could be a powerhouse. So I'm really intrigued to watch it and see how this goes. But genuinely, even if it's just a case of using screen grabbing all the projects that are on there and just keeping an eye and seeing how this grows, that's worth doing, because testing how much they're growing is going to give you a real idea of what's to come for them in the following bull cycle. To be fair, you can probably use searches. You can probably use searches from and look back at what the UMA's site looked like using Wayback Machine or something. But really watch how many projects join them, because if there's a ton of projects joining during this bear cycle, this is one that could be a big winner. So definitely keep your eye out, folks. This is one on my radar for sure. And that's it from me, guys. What do you think of UMA? Do you believe it's going to be a real strong project? It's got strong backers. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification so you know when new content's coming out. And if you want to see the coins that I'm buying up, folks, during this bear cycle, come to copymycrypto.com and check the site out, see the success stories. If you want to join. But at the moment, I've been buying up a couple coins here and there. Anytime I think there's a good entry position, building up my holdings throughout this bear cycle, because fundamentally, guys, the life-changing wealth is always built during the bear cycle. And if you catch the right coin, you can make insane money. As you know, Phantom's up 600, was up at the peak 677 times when I got him. So if you find just one of them, you can change your life. If you find 2 or 3 of them, you're sorted forever. So if you want to see the coins that I think can do these kind of gains, just click the link in the description and check it out. That's it from me, guys. Take it easy. Bye-bye.